I appreciate you guys.
Really, if we're looking for a word to describe this housemate, it would be cruise. Oh my goodness. Seriously, I'm trying to digest everything that I actually experienced watching this housemates move from the Saturday night party to their different personal spaces. Okay, guys, let me just drop this and then let's just have this conversation like we should have it. I just needed to just take a bite of that so that I could just refresh myself and my mind to what I'm about to share with you guys. So, you guys, literally, I always call it Saturday night shenanigans. I mean, we saw a lot of things. A lot of things went down last night. And I'll say the one word to describe this housemate is cruise. They are all cruise, queen, and kings. Aye! From the moment I saw these three people hiding alcohol, drinking alcohol, getting high before the Saturday night party, I knew we were about to experience a very nasty and naughty after party experience. You guys, I'm going to be giving you the full gist of everything that went down before the party, during the party, and immediately after the Saturday night party. Guys, you know how I do it. I come with the full story, and if you're in for this, I'll just advise you to stick here from now to the very end of this video because I'm going to be sharing a lot. I'm going to be sharing a lot in between this conversation so that you get a clearer picture. Guys, if you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. I'll be welcome to another episode of Personality Highlights. And in here, we're doing throwing big highlights on what happened in Biggie's Saturday night party. That party gave us like a different vibe altogether. We saw a lot of different vibes, and I don't know if that vibe came from the DJ, like the female DJs we had this time. But anyways, I'm talking about it. Guys, if you love reality shows, Big Brother show, bedtime stories, please click on the red subscribe button right now so that you become part of this community and of course join the conversation on what's up in Biggie's house. Guys, don't forget to turn on the post notification bell as this will help you get to know when I upload new content in my channel. With that said, let me just take you through the journey of everything that happened with the Saturday night party. And guys, I always call it Saturday night party shenanigans. So literally, guys, before the Saturday night party, we actually saw Tamara and Terry have like a conversation, like, and this time it was me looking at Tamara like, are you really trying to apologize to Terry, or you're trying to be diplomatic about your apology? Because I really didn't understand why Sister Mara wasn't very straightforward with just saying, Terry, I'm very sorry I put Vinyl up for nomination. I'm sorry, I know you feel hurt, I know you're missing him, like something like that. But Sister Mara, no, she was just being a drama queen. I mean, she went all around talking about anxiety, talking about feeling some type of way. You guys know that these guys have been sharing some word energy. I mean, for me, I feel like Terry maybe is just that kind of person who just doesn't let these things get to her. Of course, she looks strong. I mean, I don't know if, I feel she doesn't have any grudge against Sister Mara anymore. I don't know, but I literally was one of those people that was looking forward to see her vent, do something to say that she was angry. Well, it looks like we all have our own different coping styles and mechanisms. So we actually had them have a conversation. At the end of the day, I still had Terry say to Sister Mara, this, I love you. And I'm like, okay, let's just say Terry is just that sweet babe. And guys, we saw this housemates getting, like, when they got their party attires, the fitting session was another thing. And guys, I've noticed something about the party. It looks like they always have two different party attires. I mean, we saw them doing a lot of fitting. We saw Sister Mara, rocking this bomb short with some yellow top and then changing to something else. And I'm like, okay, this party is gonna be hot. And then guys, before that session, we actually saw a very nasty session with Venus in the kitchen touching her behind. Like, I don't know, man, but I'm gonna be sharing this particular video that actually went very viral on Twitter. There's really no heavy content on it. I'm not just going to try to say anything nasty about Venice, because the truth is all of us, all of you and I, we all have our nasty attitudes. So maybe it's just Venice forgetting that she's in the Big Brother show. You guys just check out this video clip, this short clip that just went viral with Venice, and then a picture alongside with Venice When you look at this picture, tell me what you think. I'm not gonna say anything about that, but just share it so you guys watch it. So I don't know what you're thinking, but this is the picture and the video that has been going viral on Twitter. That's your problem. If you want to throw in your comments, you throw it. I'm not going to talk more about that. All I want to say is that we all have nasty habits. So guys, moving into the party properly, guys. When party started, it was kind of cool vibes. There was a lot of Soweto songs, a lot of Zanzi songs. Like, I was feeling it. It was like a cool slow party. And one of the very interesting things that we could understand about the party was that the party came with such a cool vibe that, guys, I was literally very surprised when I saw her. I think the person that set this party on, like, that decided to share a very positive energy over the Saturday night was actually Mpho, because I actually saw her rocking tools, guys. Take a look. Guys, that was Mpho rocking tools, like rocking tools, and I'm like, hey, girlfriend. I don't know about this Mpho. Hey, babe, she has swag. And she just knows how to give us content somehow in a very subtle way, but very loud at the same time. So we actually saw that. So I think that kind of set the room like on a normal pace. We're in a positive vibe. But oh, Mpho is rocking. Like, we all know Mpho usually is the person that comes to the party house. She just sticks to that mirror. She's looking at herself and she's dancing with Ntabi. Ntabi is one of those babes I love to see every Saturday. She didn't disappoint. Fato didn't disappoint. You guys, for the very first time, we saw GASH1 rock it more than his normal 30 seconds kind of dancing. We saw, GASH1 really rocking, like dancing. And I was like, hey, Tato, it is you. You got this guy on his feet, like, up and running. We saw GASH1 actually, like, flexing, dancing. And I was like, okay, this dude is beginning to come around. I think his true character, his true personality is beginning to come out. Anyways, that wasn't just, that wasn't all. Conversation, the party stretched, and guys, literally there wasn't really any big thing, but one of the things I noticed in that party was Libo and Mpho were seriously still keeping their distance. Like, I don't know why these guys are so mean to each other, but you guys are in the same space. I'm just feeling it like, why didn't Libo just walk up to Mpho and say, you know what, let me rock you, even if you don't rock me, let me just dance and just like, but they were not just keeping their distance. I don't know if it was me that didn't see them rock, but if you guys saw Mpho and Libo rock, please can you let me know, because I literally didn't see them. Then after the party, guys, I think the real gist restarted after the party, because after the party, my gosh, we now saw the shower hour session. We now saw this what would I call the ladies corner session, where Nale was really getting into her feelings. You guys know that these guys literally always get drunk every Saturday. It is legit. Getting drunk is like the only thing that happens in the house. And so Nale was literally just breaking down like, oh my gosh, Terry, I want you to be happy for me if I get evicted tomorrow. Like, eviction tension. All week we haven't seen Nale bring out any side of her. So it literally was very human to see her say, oh my god, like, I felt like she was really feeling like this might be her last day and she didn't want to miss all the fun. But anyway, it was just Nale still sharing positive vibes. And guys, the crying section was quite I was just like, okay, this is Nale just being Nale. Nale is that emotional, free-spirited person. But guys, literally when I knew Nale was just catching cruise was when I heard Nale say this. Guys, listen up.
Safer when I'm underestimated.
Okay guys, so Nale was just, I don't know why she had to have that conversation, but we just literally heard Nale saying that she has been trying to be the underdog. She doesn't want to let people know how loud she is, how strong she is, like she had to keep it on the down low. And I'm like, okay, but now do you think that has jeopardized your game? Because I literally feel like all these housemates are crews, like they're just crews. Okay guys, then something really funny happened last night. Morning. It happened Sunday morning. I'm not even gonna say Saturday anymore, because after the party, of course, it was done, and then these guys were just like literally everywhere. Now guys, we actually found those two people make a very interesting confession about their like single status. We heard Mpho and Mpho and Venice really had like a woman to woman conversation, and I was very excited. I was like, this is something I've been looking forward to, but not just Mpho this time. I've been looking forward to Venice having a conversation with Mpho, Tabby, yes. And then, just having a conversation, because literally Venice is like that only lady in the house that everything gets, like when you're having a grudge with her, she's like, hey, you guys remember when she had a problem with Acacia? It was all in, like she was all over the place about the confrontation. So it was quite very interesting to see her have a conversation with Mpho. And you guys, like I said, a lot of truth bombs have been coming out. These guys have just been sharing so much about themselves. I mean, you guys, I know that we all know that Venice actually has a baby. But I never knew that Mpho was also a single mom. You guys, listen to what Mpho actually said.
I'm a single parent. Same applies about my son.
I mean, if you're not surprised, maybe I'm surprised. I probably didn't hear that from her story. I mean, I was like, oh really? Like, Mpho already has a baby? Oh, that's so nice. So Mpho was literally saying, you know what? We're the only single mamas in the house. You know how it is. It's not easy to be, in a house full of like you were talking about themselves. So apparently Venice has a baby outside, a baby girl outside, and Mpho has a baby boy outside. So they were just literally having a woman to woman conversation, and Venice actually very like the stuff toy thing. I mean, Mpho literally just explained why she actually decided to keep her distance away from everybody in the house, because it looked like everybody was looking at her in a very strange manner because of her spirituality. That somebody said something about finding hair on her bed, and then the stuffed toys, like, so it felt like they were having conversations about her, and she felt like she needed to keep her space. And I was like, okay, now I understand why this beef has taken so long. So at the end of the day, we actually saw these guys really make out, and I'm not gonna lie, one of the things I forgot to share about was this epic moment we actually saw, where Themba and Venice were actually kissing. Now, you guys, one word I used earlier was, I said all those housemates are cruise. Like, they are all cruise masters. And why I'm going to say that is, literally, Venice has always been giving us this idea that the reason why, like, we all saw the episode with BU kissing in the toilet, and we saw the same scenario play out with Themba, And guys, literally, after that, we saw Themba, like walking with Venice out of the closet, and then the next thing, they landed on the bed and they were kissing. The mindset I've always had when I see those those funny scenes is that Venice is drunk, right? And at first when I saw that scene, I literally was feeling that Themba was actually like taking advantage of Venice, because I felt like, okay, once she's drunk, she's open to do anything naughty. But literally, after seeing Venice have that very annoying kissing session with Themba, because it was annoying, the kissing was annoying, there wasn't any romance in that kissing. I was literally livid. Like, he just was like, what's that? What's that? People? I was like, no, there's something nasty going on. So I really was thinking that Venice was drunk, but you guys, Venice wasn't drunk, because when I saw her having like that conversation with Mpho, I was like, hey, so this baby, if she can be this sober having this conversation with Mpho, then literally she has never been drunk, while having those kissing episodes. So I feel Venice knows what she's doing. I mean, she probably has a very big game that we don't know about, but whatever it is, I don't see that as an interesting game. Guys, moving over, when we talk about drunk people now, we saw these 3 people like literally go and booze, like take a lot of booze, hide booze, get high before the party, during the party. And literally, I mean, when it came to time, you guys, I forgot to share about this. I forgot to share about this, but I think I'm going to share it in my other video because I want you guys to watch a clip. So we literally saw, I spoke about Venice and Mpho, right, having a single mama conversation, and it turns out like the 2 ladies who already had the loud kisses last, like after the Saturday night party, was Venice and Mpho, because we actually saw Mpho like having this very interesting conversation with GASH1, like, GASH1, you're the greatest, you need to be careful of the kind of woman you need a wise woman in your life. We're going to see after the show, I'm your biggest fan, you were like, you're seen as a threat in the house right now. Like, Mpho was really giving GASH1 this hype, validation. I don't know what to call it, but it was quite sweet. I don't know what to call it, but it was quite sweet to see Mpho like share lots of why, like that conversation with GASH1. And at the end of the day, guy, after this guy finished this conversation, there was this kissing session that happened between GASH1 and Mpho. And I was like, okay, am I supposed to think there's something else to this kiss? Anyways, all I'm trying to say in this video is that at the end of the day, we actually saw Venice and Mpho actually engage in kissing episodes, and I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? So literally from the alcohol session, I mean, that these three people had, Terry, Tabby, and Mpho, guys, we literally saw Terry like crash like crazy after, like, she was literally drunk when, I mean, watching the episode where Tools was trying to give her water to drink and she was opening alcohol and trying to pour empty alcohol, whatever, like into a glass cup. Was like, Terry's scary is a corner. So I mean, looking at how easily Terry went to bed and Paul went to bed. I mean, I watched how they were sleeping and I cracked up. But you guys, and Tabby, of all people that drank with them as much, was still very sober, and she was still sitting down having a conversation with Tools and Sister Mara. You guys, I don't know, but there's so much to these housemates that we still don't know, we still haven't seen, and we definitely will get to see them. Guys, I'm going to be sharing more updates on the after party shenanigans. I mean, there were so many things that Tools did last night that I need to really share about. You guys will get to see and hear about that in the other video I'm going to be sharing very soon. So if you haven't subscribed, please do that. You guys, I'll be back here with more highlights, with more updates on what went down in Bibi's house. Guys, catch you up very soon. Ciao, ciao.